looking at like 10 straight quarters played at the tempo that you guys like. It's tough for the Spurs right now to just keep up with that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're playing our basketball. We wanted to up the pace a little bit and kind of use our speed as an advantage against these guys. And I think it's doing well for us.
Talk about JaVale, obviously the impact he had early, and I think he led the team in scoring at halftime, which
Yeah.
probably remind you guys of it.
Yeah, he's playing well, and he comes in and gives us that extra edge. He runs the floor really well. He calls up the paint, gets block shots, but when on the offensive end, especially when he sets pick and rolls, he's diving. They're looking for him at the rim, and it draws the defense, and it kind of opens the space for the other guy.
Durant obviously kind of took it and ran with it in the third quarter and got you guys the cushion that you needed.
Yeah, that's the the good thing about having a guy like him is we can give him the ball and tell him to go get a bucket, and he can do it. So he definitely helped us, and it kind of stressed us, gave us that cushion to stay at a good pace going through the fourth quarter.
Your mindset now, you're going to game 4 and you can close it out. Mindset now, you're going into game 4.
It's going to be tough. Closeout games are always tough, especially on somebody else's home floor. So we got to come out and be more sound. Today we had a lot of turnovers early. We was force feeding the ball instead of making the easy pass. And that's something we're going to talk about for sure tomorrow, and make sure we come out and do that in game 4.
Did you see a lot of fight in those guys, even though they were down coming
Yeah.
back away?
Yeah, they played well. They competed, and they're always going to do that. We know they are, especially them being the Spurs, especially being at home. They got a lot of pride, so we got to make sure that we come and match that.
JaVale's had such a huge part of this whole postseason, really exploded down the stretch. I mean, how have you seen him kind of use this season, almost to revive his career and set a new standard?
He's just keeping it simple. He's doing what makes him great, and that's using his length, his athleticism. He's not trying to do too much on the offensive end and defensive end. He's sound. He's rebounding the ball, blocking shots. If you keep it simple, you're going to excel in what you do, and he's doing it.
That touchdown catch you got from D.West,
Yeah.
is that something you guys practice?
That's something D.West is trying to get all year, actually. And we just made eye contact, and he threw it, and I caught it.
You guys seem to be on the same wavelength a lot with those passes. How early did that start?
I think it started maybe when we got going with the rotations. We kind of in the early in the year it was kind of tit for tat, and we kind of got used to who was going to come in the game, who was going to play with who, and I think we got comfortable with guys we were on the floor with, and it just kind of the unison just kind of synced.
For years, the Spurs kind of backdoored teams to death, and you guys are doing that a lot to them tonight. You kind of have throughout the series.
Yeah, because they're doing a lot of switching. We got a lot of cross matches, so we want to kind of keep moving on the offensive end. We don't want to let the ball stick. We're not really a one-on-one team. We keep the ball moving and kind of get them lost.
Thanks, Ian.